What if I told you that $10,000 could become $1 million? Not through crypto gambling, not through picking the next Tesla, but through something so boring it might put you to sleep: exchange-traded funds. But here's where it gets interesting. The ETF you choose determines whether you reach that million in 25 years or 41 years. That's a 16-year difference in your financial freedom. And in 2025, we're watching this play out in real time. Some funds are up 21.6% year-to-date. Others are barely positive at 0.61%. The hidden variable that nobody talks about is this: which fund you choose matters more than how much you save. Let me show you the verified math from November 2025 that proves it. Quick favor: hit like and subscribe right now so YouTube shows this to more people who need to see it. Let's start with the speed demons. The Invesco QQQ Trust has a historical compound annual growth rate of 20.32%. Now, what does that actually mean for your wallet? If you invested $10,000 in QQQ and achieved that historical rate, after 10 years you'd have $63,588. Not bad, right? But watch what happens when compounding really kicks in. After 20 years, that same investment becomes $404,349. You're almost halfway to $1 million. After 30 years, you're sitting on $2,571,193. You didn't just reach $1 million, you blew past it and doubled it again. The secret sauce behind QQQ's performance is its 64% allocation to technology stocks, not the 54 or 55% you might read elsewhere. The actual verified number from September 2025 is 64.03%. This fund is a concentrated bet on American innovation. The top holding is NVIDIA at 10.13% of the fund, then Apple at 8.6%, Microsoft at almost 8%. You've got Broadcom, Amazon, and both classes of alphabet stock. This is the artificial intelligence revolution in a single ticker. And 2025 is validating this strategy. Hard QQQ is up 21.6% year-to-date as of November 13th. While the broader market funds are delivering solid 14 to 15% returns, QQQ is crushing it with that extra 6 to 7 percentage points. Now here's something most people miss. There's a little brother to QQQ called QQQM. Same exact holdings, same NASDAQ 100 index, but with a 0.15% expense ratio instead of 0.2%. It was launched in October 2020 specifically for buy-and-hold investors. That 5 basis point difference might sound tiny, but over 30 years on a portfolio growing to millions, that's real money staying in your account instead of going to fund management. QQQM will get you to $1 million in approximately 25.3 years at historical rates. Essentially the same timeline as QQQ, but you keep more of your gains. Let's talk about what's actually driving these returns in 2025. AppLovin Corp joined the NASDAQ 100 in November 2024. Since then, it's up 141%. Palantir Technologies just secured a £750 million contract with the UK Ministry of Defence for AI implementation. It's up 141% year-to-date through September 30th. Of the 100 companies in QQ, 93 met or exceeded their second quarter 2025 earnings expectations. Analyst estimates for QQQ earnings over the next 12 months have risen 23.4% since September 2024. Compare that to the S&P 500's 11.2% estimate growth. The market is telling you that these companies are accelerating, not slowing down. But let's be honest about the risk. QQQ is volatile. When tech sells off, this fund drops hard. The concentration in megacap technology means if those 7 or 8 companies stumble, your portfolio feels it immediately. During the COVID crash, QQQ dropped further than the broader market. During the 2022 bear market, when the Fed hiked rates, growth stocks got demolished. You need the stomach for 30% drawdowns if you want those 20% annual gains. That's the trade-off, and it's non-negotiable. Now let's shift gears to the steady eddies. The Vanguard S&P 500 ETF, ticker VOO, is the most popular ETF in America for good reason. As of November 2025, it has $1.46 trillion in assets under management. To put that in perspective, that's more than the GDP of most countries. In 2024 alone, VOO attracted $104 billion in new money. That's more than double the previous annual record. Why? Because it works. VOO tracks the S&P 500 index, which means you own a piece of America's 500 largest companies. The historical compound annual growth rate is 15.3%. Your $10,000 becomes approximately $715,944 after 30 years. You don't hit $1 million quite as fast as QQQ. It takes about 32.3 years, but you get there with far less drama along the way. The diversification in VOO is its superpower. Technology is 35.89% of the fund, still the largest sector, but you've also got 13% in financials, 10.8% in consumer cyclicals, 10.6% in communications, and meaningful exposure across all 11 major sectors. When tech stumbles, healthcare or financials or industrials might pick up the slack. Nvidia is the top holding at 7.33%, but that's a far cry from QQQ's 10% position. Microsoft is 7%. Apple is under 7%. The concentration risk is dramatically lower. The expense ratio is an almost invisible 0.03%. On a $1 million portfolio, that's just $300 per year in fees. Vanguard returns that savings directly to you through the fund's performance. As of September 30th, 2025, VOO was up 14.8% year-to-date. With the November gains we've seen, it's likely pushed above 16 or 17% for the full year. That's a fantastic return by historical standards. Yes, it's trailing QQQ's 21.6%, but it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do: deliver reliable, diversified growth with minimal cost. VOO hit a 52-week high of $634.13 recently, and it's bouncing in a tight range, showing strong investor confidence. Let me give you the comparison that really drives home the power of a 5% annual return difference. $10,000 in QQQ at 20.32%. Say GR becomes $2,571,000 after 30 years. That same $10,000 in VOO at 15.3%. Say GR becomes $716,000 after 30 years. The difference is $1.85 million. A 5% higher annual return doesn't give you 5% more wealth. It gives you 3.6 times more wealth over 30 years. That's the magic and the terror of compound interest. Small differences early become massive differences later. But here's the psychological factor nobody mentions. Can you actually hold QQQ through a 40% drawdown? Most people can't. They panic sell at the bottom and lock in losses. VOO's worst drawdowns have historically been less severe. The diversification means you're less likely to panic and make emotional decisions that destroy your compound returns. The best portfolio is the one you can stick with through the tough times. For many investors, that's VOO, not QQQ, even if QQQ has higher potential returns on paper. Now let's talk about the income generators. The Schwab U.S. Dividend Equity ETF, ticker SCHD, is beloved in the dividend investing community. It yields 3.8% annually, paid quarterly. On a $10,000 investment, that's $380 per year in cash hitting your account. The fund selects companies that have raised dividends for at least 10 consecutive years and have above-average profitability. Texas Instruments, PepsiCo, Chevron, ConocoPhillips. These are the boring, steady companies that mail checks to shareholders every quarter. With dividend reinvestment, SCHD has delivered an 11.8% compound annual growth rate over its history. That gets you to $1 million in approximately 41.3 years from a $10,000 start. But 2025 has been rough for SCHD. As of November 7th, it's up only 0.61% year-to-date. While QQQ rockets ahead with AI-driven growth stocks, traditional dividend payers have been left behind. Why? Interest rates and opportunity cost. When you can get 4 to 5% in a money market fund with zero risk, why buy dividend stocks yielding 3.8% with market risk? Plus, the sector's SCHD favors energy, consumer staples, utilities have underperformed technology dramatically. This is the trade-off with dividend investing. You get that steady income stream, but you sacrifice growth when growth is what the market rewards. However, SCHD shines in different market environments. When rates come down, dividend stocks typically rally as investors search for yield. When the market corrects, SCHD's focus on profitable cash-generating companies means it often falls less than growth stocks. The companies in SCHD, Merck, AbbVie, Cisco, aren't going anywhere. They're boring businesses that print money and share it with shareholders. For retirees or investors who need that quarterly income to live on, SCHD's 0.61% year-to-date return is disappointing, but the 3.8% yield still provides real cash flow. Then there's the JP Morgan Equity Premium Income ETF, ticker JEPI, which is in a category all its own. This fund yields 8.3% annually, paid monthly, on $10,000. That's $830 per year, or roughly $69 hitting your account every single month. How does JEPI generate such a high yield? Through a covered call strategy. The fund owns a portfolio of large cap stocks, then sells call options on the S&P 500 index to generate premium income. Those premiums get paid out as monthly dividends. The trade-off is that GP caps your upside. When the market rips higher, JEPI participates but not fully because it sold away some of that upside through the call options. Year-to-date through November 2025, GP is up 5.14% with dividends reinvested. That's better than SCHD, but nowhere near QQQ or VOO. Since inception in May 2017, GP has delivered an 11.45% nominal compound annual growth rate. That gets you to $1 million in about 42.7 years from $10,000. But remember, you're collecting that 8% yield along the way. For many investors, especially retirees, that monthly income is worth more than the potential for higher long-term growth. The derivative income category where JEPI lives saw over $3 billion in inflows in November 2024 alone. Investors are clearly willing to accept capped upside in exchange for consistent monthly income and some downside protection. So how do you choose? Let me give you 3 investor profiles. If you're between 25 and 40 years old with a stable income and decades until retirement, go aggressive with QQQ or QQQM. Yes, you'll endure gut-wrenching volatility. Yes, you'll see your account drop 30 or 40% during bear markets. But you have time to recover, and those 20% annual returns compound into life-changing wealth. If you start at 25 and achieve QQQ's historical returns, you're a millionaire by age 50. You've reached financial independence while you're still young enough to enjoy it. If you're between 40 and 55, consider a balanced approach. Put 70 to 80% of your portfolio in VOO or VTI for broad diversification and steady growth. Put the remaining 20 to 30% in QQQ for some upside exposure. This barbell strategy is what many professional investors use. You get the stability and diversification of the S&P 500, but you don't completely miss out if technology continues its incredible run. You'll still reach $1 million by traditional retirement age, and you'll sleep better at night than if you were 100% in QQQ. If you're 55 or older and approaching retirement, SCHD and JEPI start making more sense. You need income now, not maximum growth 30 years from now. SCHD gives you a growing dividend from quality companies. JEPI gives you high monthly income with some downside protection. Yes, the compounding is slower. Yes, it takes 40+ years to reach $1 million from $10,000. But if you're investing a larger sum, say $100,000 or $200,000, that high yield generates meaningful cash flow you can live on without selling shares. The critical success factors apply no matter which ETF you choose. First, start early. Every year you delay costs you exponentially. The difference between starting at 25 versus 35 is hundreds of thousands of dollars in final wealth. Second, choose ultra-low fees. These ETFs all have expense ratios of 0.2% or less, with most at 0.03 to 0.04%. Over decades, high fees compound against you just like returns compound for you. Third, stay invested through crashes. The biggest mistake investors make is selling during drawdowns. Missing just the 10 best days in the market over 20 years cuts your returns in half. You must stay invested. Fourth, reinvest all dividends. Set up automatic dividend reinvestment. That's how you unlock the true power of compounding. Fifth, never try to time the market. Time in the market beats timing the market every single time. As we close out 2025, the landscape is clear. The technology rally is real and ongoing. Artificial intelligence is transforming how companies operate, and QQQ gives you concentrated exposure to that transformation. Dividend stocks like SCHD are waiting for their moment, which will likely come when interest rates decline and investors rotate back to yield broad market funds like VOO are doing exactly what they should, delivering consistent double-digit returns with minimal drama. Here's the ultimate truth. The ETF you choose matters less than choosing one and sticking with it. Whether it takes 25 years or 35 years, the math guarantees you become a millionaire if you invest $10,000 and let compound interest work. The enemy isn't market crashes or recessions. The enemy is impatience. The enemy is panic selling. The enemy is constantly switching strategies and chasing last year's winner. Pick your fund based on your age, your risk tolerance, and your need for income. Then set it and forget it. The best time to start was 10 years ago. The second best time is today. Every day you wait is another day of compound returns you're leaving on the table. All the data I've shared is verified and current as of November 2025. The opportunity is real. The math is proven. The only question is, will you start? Before you go, do me a favor. If you found value in these verified numbers, hit the like button so more people can discover this content. Subscribe and turn on notifications because I'll be tracking these ETFs monthly with updated performance data. And here's my question for you. With $10,000 to invest today, which single ETF would you choose and why? Comment below. I read every single one. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. Investment performance shown is based on historical data and projections. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Always conduct your own research and consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Thanks for watching.